Hello, welcome back to Jumble Lane. Another update on the Jumble Lane area. What I've got here is a scratch built little signal box. It's only, I'm not sure I'm going to keep it or whether I'll just improve on it or just play with it for a bit and see what I can do with it. And that's going to be roughly where the platform is and the bus station behind. The two rails in front of it, at the moment there is now a platform here, and it's a big sort of platform that goes across off the top, over the top of the bus station and over the side where the cortege station used to be. Back in 1958, where I'm modelling this, there was the two rails, there weren't a platform here, but there was an engine shed roughly about here, and it was according to some of the information I've found so far, it was a through shed. So basically this line goes down into the shed, this goes through the shed and goes out to my programming track. I did have a set of points here, and that went down to this pair of lines here, but I knew that around the 1958 area on this crossing there were three rails, and just to the other side of it there was a bridge, a footbridge, and I have got some photos for that. So here we've got the footbridge, and it's roughly what it looks like in the photographs I've seen so far, and I had to make up, and I didn't know how to do it at first, but I had to make up how this track joined the two tracks, the up and the down line. So what I've done, I've fitted a double slip and a curved point, and this curved point works in conjunction with that double slip, and I can come off that line onto this line or onto there. It goes down to the shed and the programming track, or I can go straight across. I can go from here to here. Well, you know how double slips work, and that's basically allowing me to do most of what I need to do there anyway. A bit of a job. I've never done it before, and it was a bit daunting. I have took some photographs while I was doing it, and I might put them onto this video just to show you how I did it. Okay, now then, for my research I have been using the internet, and it's been difficult finding all the right photographs, but I have got this book here, and before we go any further, I contacted the publishers of this book, and I've been given permission to use this book by the publishers and by Peter Hadfield, who is the author of the book. There are photos in here which are subject to copyright, and I will be acknowledging those at the end of the video. I can't do this video without showing you what it is I need to show you without looking at the photos. So first of all, the Barnsley exchange station, right, that is looking from this end of the station along to the junction, and you can see to the left is the shed, and there isn't a platform. It's just one platform on one side, but the two rails. This is looking from the other end, from the junction box, the signal box, sorry, and the crossing. You can see that there are the three lines, and you've got behind it the bus station, and further behind it's at a higher level. You've got the cortege station, which is the higher level station. And looking from the other side of the track, you'll see that there's the shed, and there are plenty of locomotives parked up. And another photograph. A lot of the photographs are very similar in where they're taken from, and this is probably taken from the footbridge. But it shows you this is at a later date when they have taken the shed down. Doesn't give you a date. Yeah, 1968, July 1966. Sorry. There's a footbridge there, and the second platform, and then a lot of the rails have been taken up and have gone forever. At the cortege station, which is the higher station, you'll notice that the roof is like a steel truss construction, and I've been trying to find out the date of this one, but what I've got is different photographs, and they sort of contradict themselves with the roof. As you see, the photograph here, this is don't know, that's next to sheds. That's the cortege station, and that's how the roof looks there with the steel trusses. But here, the one below it, it looks different inside, and it's hard to get a perspective on it, but even that picture there, it does show that there is a difference in the roof, and that one is 1953. So I've got to look a bit more. That is looking out towards the exchange station line and the bus station. Now, as you see, as you come out of the station, you go round the bend at the bottom, and that goes over the exchange line, just probably where I've got the double slip, or a bit further on. But it would mean that this would have had to have come down from the level of the exchange line and join up before it came to the side of the wardrobe area to cross the bridge. And that is another picture of this, almost the same view as the one over there. This is a view of the cortege station from the bus side, the bus station side, and the Jumble Lane end, looking into the station. You'll notice there's a crossover on the line here. I haven't put that in. It's I've got these tracks a bit close together to do that, and I couldn't see the point. Pardon the pun. I couldn't see a good enough reason to put that in at the time. And you'll notice we've got a 3-car DMU at the station, and right on cue we have that very train. I always say very train, it's the it's a different number on the front of it, but it looks very much like the one that's in the photograph. Now, as I've mentioned before, I am modelling my pull-out bridge, the pull-out section, on the Oaks Viaduct, and that is the Oaks Viaduct. It's quite a bit of a construction. It no longer exists, so the only photographs I've got are what's on the internet or what's in these books, and there's a couple more photographs there of it, as well as one on the right. one there. So it is a bit of a thing to build, and it's not going to be done lightly. And that is a picture which is from a distance. There was a canal. This is the canal, which is now gone, and there was a small railway which is for the main colliery tip. So a lot of coal carrying trains were going along that line. So I will have to use a bit of artistic license when I'm building that, and the only things I have got so far are some pieces of plastic structure for the edges, which will go on the very ends here, and I have got some plastic hard tube which I am going to have a go at making some of the supports there, and the main brick part of the supports, they will be just cardboard and brick paper, and I'll see how I go. Right, along with that book there is a second book, Rails Through Barnsley, and that's by Alan Whitehouse. Both books are very good, and they are published by the same publisher, and I have written to the publisher again asking permission to use this one, so I'll show you the cover. I can't see any problem in doing that, but when I get more information as to whether I can show you what's inside and go further into it, then I will do. But what I don't want is people tapping on the shoulder and saying, no, you're in the wrong. So that is it for this update at the moment. Please like and subscribe, and any comments would be greatly appreciated. And that's all there is at the moment from Jumble Lane. Bye.